stay. I'm blue without your face. But what can I do? 'Cause I'm just a sinking ship, and you're just a pair of lips that I've lost in the moment. All I want is for you to come back. Now I'm caught in the middle of life, and I need you to survive. Whoa, I need you to survive. 'Cause without you by my side, I can't survive.
I found a picture we took many years ago, when I said to you we would never grow old. Messages I've saved that I never send, 'cause I don't know you, but I used to back then. I remember that I was drunk out my mind when we kissed for the first time. In the back of your car we passed out counting stars. Promised all these years we'd pack our things and disappear. I never thought I would see you here after all this time.
Found yourself away out of this small town. Got a place at school you didn't hang around. Every day you're far away, these streets don't feel the same. Everywhere is painted with your name. I remember that I was drunk out my mind when we kissed for the first time. In the back of your car we passed out counting stars. Promised all these years we'd pack our things and disappear. I never thought I would see you here after all this time. I remember that I was drunk out my mind when we kissed for the first time. In the back of your car we passed out counting stars. Promised all these years we'd pack our things and disappear. I never thought I would see you here.
Well, good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, wherever you are. Thank you so much for joining me. Really do appreciate your time. Today is October 2nd, 2024. It is 11:36 a.m. on the East Coast of the United States. Hello, my sweeties. How are you doing? Hope you are well out there. Good to see you all in chat. Hello, bonjour. Hello, hello. Hope everyone's good. Good, good, good. Thank you, reality. Thank you so much, my dear. So what is going on? I thought we could talk about the Sebastian Rogers case, some and some other things, maybe. I really think that it's not very productive looking in that 5 mile radius, in my opinion. I think that 5 mile radius it has gone over, they have gone over it and over it and over it. Now, does that mean he's not in that 5 mile radius? No. There's been people that's looked and looked and looked and they were found, you know. Uh, but in my opinion, it's almost very unlikely that Sebastian Rogers, is in that 5 mile radius. Now, I thought we could look at some maps and speak about, uh, if this is uh, foul play, shall we say, which I believe it is, in my opinion, but I want to be clear what local authorities say. But we also have not heard from them in nearly half of a year now. Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers went missing on the early morning hours, anywhere from midnight to 6 a.m. They claim, authorities, from his Hendersonville home from 12 to 6, right? And they have not said anyone is a suspect. Um, they have not named any suspects. They have not named any persons of interest. However, the FBI did put out a $50,000 reward recently, saying, you know, if you know anything about Sebastian leading to where he is, or those responsible for his disappearance, contact us, right? Up to a $50,000 reward. I believe, in my opinion, that indicates foul play. In my opinion, I believe that's also why the Hendersonville Police Department has not came out, said anything since, what is it, March, April, maybe, that they are, they're not going to tell us. They're just not going to tell us. The FBI does not give rewards. This is also coming from, uh, someone like Jennifer Coffindaffer, who was in the FBI, retired from the FBI, still trains people across the country in different areas. Um, so I don't think he is. I don't think, they just, they don't do rewards for walkouts. I think it's clear, in my opinion at least, that something is wrong. Something is really wrong, and there is foul play of some sort. Who? I don't know. I don't know. I have a lingering suspicion, in my opinion only, of the feet or those that may be close around them. I think way too many things doesn't make sense. Um, and it goes, sorry, just give me 1 second. Oh, I apologize. Uh, it goes to that, why is that not showing up? Uh, but it goes to that age old uh thing that that says the only that what is it, the only thing that's ever makes sense is the truth. And I really believe that the only thing that ever makes sense is the truth. And whenever we don't have the truth, that's when you get doubt. That's when it doesn't feel right. It doesn't smell right. It doesn't look right. The behavior of a mother with a missing child, you would normally expect a mother searching, a mother proactive, a mother like Beth Halloway, right? A mother like Desiree, uh, who her son went missing in Oregon. I'm trying to hold on. Terry and Desiree, help me out, guys. I can't. Brain is not working right now. Uh, help me out. Someone knows in the chat. The case. Little. I keep wanting to say Gavin, but it's not Gavin. Hold on. Kyron. Yes, Kyron's mother. Thank you. Goodness. Desiree, Kyron's mother. And something is just wrong. Something is wrong. It doesn't make sense. And tonight we're going to go over the thud. In other cases, I'm going to show you other cases where people describe things as thuds in other crime cases, and it's never, ever good. Never good, right? Yes. Well, look at, look at, you know, you've got Gabby's mom, and then, you've got the Laundries. What did the Laundries do, right? What did the Laundries do? They were inside, didn't do anything, right? Other than stay inside, hunkered down, right? And then you've got the other side's parents, right? Step parents and biological parents coming together. It says a lot, doesn't it? It really says a lot, in my opinion. They had a presser yesterday on Morgan Nick's case in AR. They finally got in DNA. Oh, good. And the suspect thought he has passed away in jail. They finally got the DNA confirmation confirmed. The suspect, though, he has passed away in jail for something. Really? Oh, goodness, MJ. Goodness. Good morning. Good morning. So if we go to Hendersonville here on Google Earth, right? And let's look this up. I don't know if I should do this first or if I'll do this first, I guess. Okay. So this is, put the road here on here. You know, this is where Sebastian went missing, right? Over here, they went up Kellen Lane, turned around. They may have stopped in this area, but they ended up pulling right in this area at around 3 o'clock or so in the morning. And then, people come out of or at least two people come out this way and they go to the car. They're doing something around the vehicle for a little bit at for a minute or so. And then the person driving the vehicle backs out, goes down Kellen Lane, and you see another person running like their life depends on it, back to the common area or this area. Now, in my opinion, it's very clear that it is coming from this home, uh, because it's clearly not coming from this home. You can't see this home from this area. It's definitely not coming from any of these homes. So, and there's, a lot of trees and stuff here, even though the leaves are off, but it's pretty clear in my opinion. But let's do it like this. I'm gonna flip it around here. Now, if we look, oops, if we look, you can when you're going out of Kellen Lane, you're going to go on Long Hollow Pike. Uh, the mother says she turns left onto Long Hollow Pike and goes over here to the school, right? Over here to the school. Now, this school has lots of cameras, lots of cameras. So they're going to be able to track her and see if that is the case. There's lots of cameras out here. Uh, there's one camera. Oops. Let me go back just a little bit. Okay. Nope, that's not one. There's a second camera right there. And third camera. So, and there's more down through here. They're going to be able to see whether let me see here. There's another camera. So they're going to be able to see whether or not. And there's cameras down here as well. They're going to be able to see, as you can see here from the road, very close to the road, whether the mom did what she said. Did she go down through here? Did she pull in the parking lot? Was she looking around? If so, how long was she looking around? Did she go in the school? Right? Did she, did she get out? Did she talk to anybody in the parking lot that morning, asking if they seen Sebastian, right? If they seen Sebastian. Now, if you, again, right here is the feet home, right here's the school. Now, if you go just right past the school, you're going to go to an intersection. And I don't know when this was taken, but I don't see any cameras right here. To be honest with you, I don't see any cameras. Hold on. Is that a camera? Trying to see if there's any cameras here. I don't think there's. Oh. Oh la la. Look at there. Damn. Look at there. A nice old camera. God bless America. Guys, do me a favor. Hit that thumbs up button. Would greatly, greatly appreciate you. Right there is a camera. Right? See if there's any more. I would think there's got to be some more here. Look at the crosses. I guess there's been a lot of wrecks there. Right? But, all of this area has been thoroughly searched. But look how close the school is right there, right? That might be a camera. Oh, I hate that when when you move the thing and it gives you a different date. Okay. Anyway, we know there's a camera right here for sure. I think there's a camera on the other pole, but I can't really see. But regardless, that's not, I want to show you something here. You've got a four-way intersection right here. Four-way intersection. I don't believe, in my opinion, the perpetrator or the persons or that may be involved went this direction. But there are reports, and it has not been confirmed, but there was potentially, allegedly, perhaps a possibility, not a fact, but another person that could be a family member right at this store. There are accounts at about 5:50 a.m. At 5:50 a.m. Uh, RSA. Let's see here. Worsham's Market. Give me 1 second. And if that is true, that's very interesting, right? Very interesting. Now, as you see here, there is cameras. That's not going to be very smart if they're here. It's not going to be very smart. But also, if they did not get the camera footage in time, which who only knows how long that camera footage lasts at this store, right? If it only lasts a few days, well, you're out of luck. You're out of luck. Nothing you can do, right? Let me see here. All right. Now, what's the other store that they go to? Worsham's and what else? Angel of Light. Thank you so much, my dear. Really do appreciate um Culver's. Culver's. So let's see here. Let me find that address. Culver's, and that is all right. Culver's. Let's see how far that away is. Culver's is over here. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, so Culver's, Shackle Island there. All right. I'm not really interested in that at the point. 1108. 1008, sorry. Okay, let's go back to Stafford. All right. But in my opinion, they did not go this way. You got to try to think, which way is going to be best that you're not going to leave, there's less people is going to see you. Less people's going to see you. This is coming out of Kellen Lane. You're going to go toward the school in that big intersection, or you can just go right down the street right here. And this you can turn off right here on the Happy Hollow Road. This is an area that there is pretty much nothing along the side of the road. All the houses sit very far back, and it's much less likely, in my opinion, to be seen. So if we look, Long Hollow, or Happy Hollow, rather, I'm going to follow Happy Hollow. It there's not a lot of anything on Happy Hollow. Nothing. It is just doesn't really, and that takes you to Hogan's Branch. Hogan's Branch. Oh. It's going to take you to Hogan's Branch. Right? And so I would think that you're going to go it's kind of you takes you like toward Millersville, but you can go 65 down and then go through Nashville, which there's going to be a lot of cameras there. But the problem is if they are using a different vehicle, they're using a different vehicle. That's a problem. My dear, we love you long time. Thank you so much, my dear. Center Point Barbecue. The road across from Happy Hollow goes to the barbecue place. Everyone said they had dinner. The road across from Happy Hollow Road? Huh. Let's go look at this. All right. Is it at the beginning of Happy Hollow Road? Center Point? Center Point Road. Oh, well, that's a good idea. Yes, Center Point. I never even thought about this. Oh, this is going to take you to the Veterans Boulevard. Interesting. And then you got Gallatin. Interesting. Center Point. Let's see what's on Center Point. Any cameras anywhere? Interesting. Okay, there's a gas station. Twin Valley Express. They've got to have cameras somewhere, right? I don't know if that's a camera or not. Looks kind of dead, if you ask me. But interesting. This could be a very likely road as well. Definitely. And what's the does anyone know what the barbecue place is called? Anyone have any idea? Someone's blurred their house out there. I don't remember them. I kind of remember a barbecue place, but then I kind of don't at the same time. So it's weird. I don't know. That's a church. Restoring Hope Academy. Just trying to see if there's any. Someone's got to have some cameras on this place next to the road. Look at those old cars. Hickory Point Townhomes. Hmm. Someone's got to have something. Let me see. Look at the chat real quick. Does anyone remember the? Oh, I'm way down. Okay. There's a picture of them eating barbecue there. Oh, Justin, someone took a pic of them at Center Point Barbecue during the Cajun Navy surge. Ew. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. I don't know. Let me look at this church and then I'm going to be done with it. We've got to find that vehicle. That's what we've got to find. And I really think that we need to look for if anyone has traded a vehicle, if anyone has any extra cars that they possibly keep in a garage. Hey, Justin, in one of the YouTube interviews that Seth, KP, CP, KP, and Seth's PI, Chloe, and Heather, remember PI, said she couldn't give her source, but Katie was seen on camera driving through school parking lot. I vaguely do. Well, when I say car, I mean vehicle. I apologize. I vaguely remember that. Is Mohawk in here? The vehicle may have been junked as well. I mean, it could have been. I think it's more likely to be, it could have been an older car. Now, I will say, that was on Web Sleuth's Lab. Gotcha. Okay. I will say that I got a message the other day, and in that message, hold on one second. Yeah, guys, I was muted. Sorry about that. Okay. So, yes, we got to find out that vehicle, but I will say that we'll call him Mr. Tooth. Mr. Tooth, you got me. He supposedly was a teacher at an ed or some school class about, yes, hey Jude, Toofy. Mhm. restoring like old cars and stuff like that. Um, someone that I just got someone who contacted me on that the other day. Nashville Auto, that was it. Yes, that was it. Nashville Auto Diesel. Justin, they need to look in the junkyard with cars. It could have been. There is. There is. Yes. Thank you, Gene. So you never know if they have any stored vehicles from the RV. The socks got from CP. What happened to it? That's a good question. I have no idea. I have no idea, to be honest with you. Chris' sister lives by the recycling center. Oh, really? You still think the landfill's relevant? From what I understand, that allegedly it was not just that landfill that they looked at. That landfill got out. The media got a hold of that. Yes, Smiling Sleuth, we have been. MSP. Have she does. My monkey, she does. She does. There's the dad, and then there's the son. Any teens in the family may be starting to drive using an older car as a starter car. I don't know. Gallatin landfill is just a transfer station. Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure. You know, I mean, if you've got access to aircrafts, I'm sure you got access to a car, right? You know what I mean? Uh, yeah, there's Mohawk. ICU and Mohawk are my minds, so they keep me in check. Okay, so I think it's very important that we can hopefully find something like that out. This is an interesting article. I am going to go over it this evening as well. This is a article that came out. It's an old article, but I had not seen it. Wednesday, March 27th. And it's got some interesting. I just use a different browser for YouTube, no ads. Really? I have premium, but it. Wonder what this. I don't think there's a video. It's probably just an ad. This is 4 weeks after Sebastian went missing. Let me pull it here.
Helpless and hopeless, and many other.
Yeah, you know, he says in the same interview, if you use premium, you get like 5 or 6 people you can add, right? There's like 5 or 6 people you can add. If you trust someone, you know, you can, break it up. They could like cash app you $3 a month. You know what I mean? So can always do it that way as well. So what was I saying? What was I saying, guys? Oh, okay. I get sidetracked so easy. It's crazy. Oh, in this interview, Mr. Foot says helpless and hopeless. And then he says autism, not autism. Guys, I'm having a limes kind of day. I'm really sorry. Optimism is at an all-time high. That, that's kind of a, well, it's blonde with Lyme's disease is what it is. It's a double life. Some days are really good, some days aren't. So he says optimism is at an all-time high. And thank you, Tina. Thank you, SCU. Thank you, Soldier. I don't know. I feel embarrassed when I get like this, but I can't help it. I wish I could. The words are there, but I just cannot remember them. So I apologize. But
Emotions all in one, and it's a never-ending roller coaster. It doesn't stop. We're on a constant roller coaster ride of helpless and hopeless, and many other emotions all in one, and it's a never-ending roller coaster. It doesn't stop.
optimism is at an all-time high. There's certain things.
Visit Print prints everything to get your brand in front of your fan.
Okay, thank you. How do I get you off? Okay, there we go. It's kind of got a timeline, but which is awesome. It's the endangered child alert was out at 11:17 a.m. The first reporting that I can come up with that it was out into the the community, into the news, I'll look at that. Thank you. I'm always willing to try something. My brain gets blank some days. Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you, guys. So, was it 9? I think it was 9:09 a.m., which is not bad. Betty had a good live earlier speaking about the transmissions that was going on that day between them speaking with one another. I think it was like 12 hours or something. And there's some things on that. At 6:33 a.m. they're on the phone with dispatch. If they are on there at 6:03, the way that the parents described this was, I can't find him. What do you mean you can't find him? Thank you, Cassie. What do you mean you can't find him? He's not in this effing house. So immediately he says, I'm a black or white kind of guy. So instantly, says it twice, we call 911. Okay, it was 6:39, but they didn't dispatch till 6:39. Gotcha. Okay, 6:33, and it was dispatched at 6:39. Gotcha. Oh, thank you, Patricia. What an honor. What an honor. Thank you so much. I will visit one day. Okay. I love South Africa. Cape Town is a most beautiful city. So we'll have a spot of tea one day. How about that? Thank you so much for the support, my friend. So 603, I mean, how long does it take to do a call? Right? How long does it take to do a 911 call? Not very, I mean, not that long, right? It shouldn't take 30 minutes at all. They said that they arrived there quickly. They said they called, and then within 10 minutes they were there. Well, that's not true according to the call times, because they have, what do you mean they have the wrong year? The wording of CP on that one interview, he said, if you know the person doing the dispatch in the area, you just call them directly. Do you remember where that was, Mohawk? Yes, thank you, Reality. Please hit that thumbs up, y'all. Greatly appreciate it. If you know the person doing the dispatch. I played it 2 nights ago. Where did I play it? I don't remember which one it was. Let me go to my Canva and find this right here. Oh, I was going to tell y'all something. Has Nick or Dog or anyone put anything out in the last little bit? I think they are in their investigative phase right now. And I believe that they're going to be, what was this? Buckling down pretty soon. Getting it. I will check. When you call dispatch, you get someone random. You don't get to choose who you talk to. Well, he calls the Sumner County Sheriff's Office. Smileys too. It was on Duchess? I can look around and see if they're in town. Hey, Jude, I don't know. I mean, I don't know where the hell they are. I mean, this is the thing, which I don't really care where they are, to be honest with you right now. But a lot of people said that photo with Katie with the umbrella is an old photo. Some people says it's not. But if that is not an old photo, then that means they were in Hendersonville. They're not in California. Person direct line. Something is so off with these calls. You cannot call Chris at 6:03 and you're on dispatch. You're there till 6:33. Something was going on at that time, guys. I'm telling you, something is going on at that time. Thank you, my dear. Because you can't, I mean, okay, let's think of this. Let's think of this. Just thought of this as well. The Foot Sister Foot, she says that she was searching since 6:30 the morning Sebastian went missing. They're on the phone with dispatch at 6:33. That means Sisterfoot had to be there with KK at the time they were talking with dispatch. Justin, now Dog or Nick have new post on Sebastian today. Okay, I want to look at that. We'll get back to this in just 1 second. Something is just way off. All right, let's look what Nick says. Yes, Whispering Winds. Yep. Sisterfoot. Yeah. Such a girl. Let's see here. I just received the most gratifying phone call in years. The FBI is apprehending Greg Stefan. His day of reckoning has arrived. If you are a victim, please send me a direct message and I will contact you with the exceptional agents who are in charge. That's wonderful. I'm telling you guys, Nick has the sources. Like, it's impressive. I gotta say, it's impressive. They have attorneys all over the United States. Like, all over. And, I mean, I guess when you work with Dog the Bounty Hunter, you know, Dog's gonna know who to tango with and who not to, right? Are you a YouTuber? He is. I mean, I don't know how old he is or anything, but he's probably younger than me. Just it's very impressive, just his age and just all of the people that he knows. I am too honest for this, but we have proven that's another lie. It was after 7 a.m. when law enforcement showed up. Yes, exactly. It was like 7:0 something. And chat keeps freezing. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know why. There's my Mally cat. Thank you, babies. Appreciate you, my loves. Thank you. Kisses all the way. If you receive that teacup, make sure you thank Mally Cat and welcome to the tea party. Dog's up there. He is. He's still doing it. All right. Whoa, I just woke up and I thought I was misreading this. RAPE equals struggle. What the F? Oh, yeah. I forgot about this. I actually shared this out before as well. This is the new sheriff in town. I shared this in Dog in Butts County, PA. Oh, really? I see. We'll get to that. Okay. Eric said RAPE is such a strong word. I prefer snuggle struggle. Now, guys, can we talk about this a minute? We have you know what just happened in Kentucky? We're following this case very closely, right? And it just gives me that vibe again when I see this. I'm like, God, what is going on with these police officers? Aren't you the new sheriff of Sumner County, Tennessee? This posting is going viral. Good luck explaining this. Someone wrote. He did, Trishy. He certainly did. And ooh, I get this comment was made over 10 years ago, but considering your new job position and the fact, guys, that's why I tell you, it's forever. The way people act on here, the way people behave and scream and squall and all of that, it is forever. Forever. I believe you think at least, hold on, let me start over. Ooh, I get this comment was made over 10 years ago, but considering your new job position and the fact that I believe you have at least one daughter, don't you think this comment is in poor taste? Making a joke about REPE, especially when your job is in the when you're in the job a profession you're in is just gross. Uh, yep. Okay. I am Sebastian Rogers. What else? 3 hours ago, Dog the Bounty Hunter visits Butts. Oh, he's up in Pennsylvania right now. We'll look at that. Uh, as well. I'm getting ready to dig into Diddy as well. I've been kind of digging in it as anyway, but we're going to cover some of that. But look, Dog is in Butts County, Pennsylvania. Praying they aren't covering for them like they did Nina. I don't know. Okay. Why does my mouse keep doing that? It's annoying me. Okay, there we go. Reality TV personality Dog the Bounty Hunter Dwayne Chapman visits Butts County for an evening. Oh my God, this mouse, dude. Okay. For an event of the Abundant Life Church, former reality TV star is now in New York Times best-selling author and operates Light Up the Darkness Ministry with his wife, Francie. Chapman also made a visit to Fresh Air Barbecue, who is shown with Chrissy King Buford. Oh, nice. Nice. God, Dog, he's been in the television for years. Years and years and years. Why is my mouse doing this? Please. What? I don't like this. Fix it. Okay. I think I got it fixed. Okay. I get Dum Dum vibes from Craddock. You know, I kind of, Justin, get the mousetrap. I'm about to throw this mouse over the hill. I am. Oh, Buck. I thought they said butt. Sorry. It's a day. I'll get it together in the next 40 years. You think so? You think so, Trishy? I'm interested in the bodies that are piling up underneath of Diddy. That's what I'm interested in when it comes to that. Because in my opinion, Tupac, right? His ex-wife, all of that. All right. I don't know what I was going to say now. Let me pop up. Oh, that's what I was going to do. I think they're going to get on it. I really do.
My very first reaction was,
Nobody ever looks at this interview. Nobody ever looks at this interview. They don't look at this one as much, and they don't look at the one on Web Sleuths as much. But this one, what is surprising to me on this one is this is what we call the hands interview. The hands interview. And she, in my opinion, I'm not trying to be like, but I just don't feel like you can tell her person, like she did an interview with Seth. It's over it's like it's without a camera, but you can just tell that, in my opinion, she is more loose with Seth. Like she just feels, I don't know, she's not as uptight. In this one, I just feel like she's doing her job, but she's like a little sus. Just watch your face. But the hands interview is the second interview that they did for the media. And in that interview, I don't know why they showed their face in the one they did with Holly Thompson, and they didn't show their face here. It doesn't make sense. That's what I get to. Like, Katie or one of them will laugh, and she'll be like, that's what you could tell, just real fake.
oh, he got up and got breakfast. But when I realized he actually wasn't in the house, I've never experienced sheer panic in the way that I did. And basically for every minute since that, not knowing where your child is a pain.
What's your face?
That
Her face says it.
I've never known pain like this before.
It is, isn't it?
And walk me through the events that happened, from Sunday leading up to Monday when you didn't see him that morning.
Sunday, we were out and about. We had a really good day. We were out doing our thing, running around. We had dinner that evening. And when we came home, we had a pretty good evening together as well. He was playing.
Okay. He was playing. Tell us about that evening. We had a pretty good evening. Tell us about that evening. Did he just go to his room for the rest of the evening? Didn't come out? Didn't come out for hours?
Playing right up until bedtime, and then some I let him stay up a little late. And when I told him to go to bed, he's like, "I love you, Mom. I love you, puppies."
When she says he went to bed. Listen
And
to this.
he went to bed.
The inflection in her voice, it doesn't, in my opinion, based upon the things that I have studied, it does not tell me, in my opinion, it doesn't tell me truth. He went to bed. He went to bed. Doesn't say it. Doesn't say truth to me. Listen.
Love you, puppies. And he went to bed.
I don't believe he ever went to bed. Misty just said it. There was no bed, in my opinion, that night. No bed. And if he did not go to bed, that means this could have happened very early.
And I went to bed around midnight. Everything seemed fine. And when I went to wake him up for school, that's when I couldn't find him. He wasn't in his room, and he wasn't in the house. And that's when I panicked.
And when you panicked, what did you do?
First thing I did was call my husband, and I said, "He's not here." My husband said, "What do you mean he's not here?" I said, "He's not in the house." And he said, immediately just started, "Did you check here? Did you check there? Did you look here?" And I ran through the house. And at that point, I was hysterical, for lack of a word. And
Oh, listen to those dogs barking in a quiet house. Can you imagine them not barking? Hey, bed. Can you imagine them not barking at night? No.
we three-wayed the police. And
Yeah, because three-weighing the police, she says the police, is not normal. Just like in Don and Candace Wells, the Summer Wells case, these people don't call 911 like normal human beings. Why? Well, in my opinion, it can only be because someone isn't where they're supposed to be at that time. There's no other reason, in my opinion. Someone wasn't where they were supposed to be at the time that 911 call was called, for whatever reason. Or they wanted to make sure that they said the same thing.
I'm within minutes they were here.
Same place.
I couldn't tell you exactly how long. I know it was fast. And we haven't found him.
Oh, because I'll tell you, because just up until this point, they were allegedly fighting like dogs and cats. On the verge of marriage 6.
When I got the phone call that he was missing, like she said, we asked questions like, where's he at? Check this, check that. And then we called the sheriff's department. I called the sheriff's department. I stayed on the phone pretty much most of the time. And then while I was at work, I asked for a relief.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Most of the time.
Got a relief time. I stayed on the phone. Like she said, we asked questions like, where's he at? Check this, check that. And then we called the sheriff's department. I called the sheriff's department. I stayed on the phone pretty much most of the time.
See, this just shows you, well, most of the time, right? But this is just one of those things in word analysis, pretty much. Pretty much. They're not telling you the whole truth when someone says pretty much. Pretty much most of the time. You're leaving out something. Disconnected. Something's wrong here. Said he asked for a relief. They always have reliefs there. Always. Absolutely always. There is always crane workers there. Some people don't work the crane every single day. They send you on something else. They doing something else. See, yes, I in my opinion, I agree with that, but I also believe he wouldn't even, or his family, in my opinion, would not waste their time on just Katie. They wouldn't do it. They have no problem dropping anyone. I mean, you have what, 5 marriages by the time you're 32 years old? 32, 35, something like that. 32 years old, isn't it? 5 marriages by the time you're 32. So, I mean, if you can drop the mother of your children, quick, she ain't nothing either. And KK, remember that when the pressure gets tight. Hope you remember that. Because if there is involvement, KK, remember that he's not loyal to anyone. Anyone. And you will be on that end too. If, again, there is involvement, which in my opinion, there is.
And then while I was at work, I asked for a relief. Got a relief. Got in my truck from Memphis and made my way to Nashville.
And that was.
Did you ask for a relief? Did you ask for a relief, Mr. Foote? Because reporting says that you didn't. I mean, if you ask for a relief, you're going to tell them about your stepson being missing. Did you tell them about your stepson being missing? Did you? Because I don't care unless you're in surgery, you're a pilot. or something like that, your boss is going to let you go home. They're going to let you go home. 1,000%.
I guess Monday.
The morning that he was missing, yes.
Okay. And so what was your reaction when you got that call from your wife that
I don't
Sebastian
really
was
even
missing?
talk sometimes, to be honest.
Initially, I was like, oh, he's goofing around again. Here we go. He's like hiding.
I don't believe him the way he says that either. His speech pattern, I don't believe it. Oh, here we go again. He's goofing around again.
I was like,
You got that call from your wife that Sebastian
Now he
was
says it.
missing.
initially, I was like, oh, he's goofing around again. Here we go. He's like hiding.
No.
And then when we talked about the places to check and he's not there, I was like, okay, stop. Instantly. Call the police.
All right. So if it's stop instantly, call the police, then why from 6:03 to 6:33 did it take you? What was you doing in that 30 minutes? What was going on in that 30 minutes? And if y'all were on the phone the entire time that time, then also, how did the family get there by 6:30? Because when y'all were on the phone with dispatch at 6:33, Sister Foot says she's been there since 6:30. Yep. They only started speaking until they started doing news interviews the day that they said they are pulling back the search and doing a more investigative approach, taking a more investigative approach.
Instantly.
I'm a black or
I'm
white
a black
guy.
and white kind of guy. So.
And to your knowledge, he didn't take shoes with him, right? He locked the door on his way out. Or I guess, what are some of the things that you think he did as he left?
We checked for all of his shoes and none of them are missing. The door was locked.
And what was there some discrepancy as to what he was wearing when he went to bed, or what was he last seen wearing? What was he wearing to bed that night?
When he went to bed, he was wearing black sweatpants with white stripes down the side. And he had on a black long sleeve black shirt with a print on the front. I'm pretty sure it was one of his
like Star Wars or Halloween or
even Minecraft.
Yeah,
Those are the three main
that's
things.
the three things that he's majority is on his clothes.
Yeah.
Heather, thank you so much.
Well, he has his flavors.
And obviously you guys are going through the unimaginable, and then, getting a lot of like the kickback that you've seen on social media. I mean, how much worse has that?
The facts are the facts. I mean, the police know the facts, and all
Carmelita, honey, I hope you feel better. I'm sorry you're feeling bad, sweetie. We love you here.
all I ask of anyone is, if they're able and willing, is to help find him.
Before, right, just kind of walk.
Hold on, I'm going to do this for Carmelita. 1 second, because she's feeling bad.
Katie! Christopher! Katie! Christopher! Katie!
There we go. That's just for Carmelita. Can someone get me one that says Kathy or Terry or Papa Tooth?
Out of the house.
He's not a runner. This is not normal for him to run away. He's not a runner.
And any places, I guess, I know you guys have been told to stay in the house, right? Just in case he comes home.
We are doing what we've been asked to do by the law.
Yeah, Minnie, I mean, a lot of people don't wear their wedding bands and the wedding rings and stuff, but the way that I have heard that there's some can be some alleged jealousy in this relationship. I think they would wear
Enforcement agencies and everybody involved. I'm not going to divulge anything more than that.
Yeah.
Hold on, what do you say there?
But what I'm trying to ask, I guess, next is
we are doing.
This is not normal for him to run away. He's not a runner.
And any places, I guess, I know you guys have been told to stay in the house, right? Just in case he comes home.
We are doing what we've been asked to do by the law enforcement agencies and everybody involved. I'm not going to divulge anything more than that.
Yeah. But what I'm trying to ask, I guess, next is if you were to go out and search right now, if people want to help search, what types of places would you guys look at that he could maybe be at?
Anywhere and everywhere. At this point,
it's been 11 days. He could be anywhere.
Yeah. They've searched the woods. They've searched parks. They've searched creeks. They've searched, at this point, anything and everything.
Anywhere that he could be staying out of the weather or getting food or, honestly, at this point, he could genuinely be anywhere.
How hopeful are you two that he will come home?
I will never give up hope on finding my child.
Optimism is at its highest, regardless.
Okay.
Our son is out there. We're going to find him.
And now publicly, obviously police are now investigating a landfill. People are speaking out about that. What are your thoughts about that?
Everybody has an opinion and their assumptions, and they are entitled to those. But as I've stated before.
Thank you for clarifying that, Mr. Foote. We're entitled to our opinions.
All we've asked people to do is to look at the facts.
And it doesn't add up, in my opinion.
Not what everybody's putting out there.
No, just your own words.
If they have questions,
your own words.
Call the law enforcement agencies, and they'll give you whatever they can give you. But the assumptions are just that. They are an assumption, your opinions. We pray for everybody.
Not our first rodeo.
Hopefully this never happens to you. And then if it ever does, then you'll understand. But I pray it doesn't.
And they're doing their job. They're looking everywhere they can their goal is the same. We just want to find him.
If you could say something to Sebastian, if he's listening right now, what would you say to him?
I would say that we love you and we miss you and we want you to come home. And just know that we all care about you so much.
You're not in trouble. That door's unlocked and waiting for you to come home. Your puppies miss you. Your
first thing, you're not in trouble. You're not in trouble. Your family's here. Your mom misses you. Your dad misses you. I miss you. Let Sebastian see your face. Like, wouldn't you want them to see your face?
Family misses you. I miss you. Just come home.
Anything else that you two want to add? Or
I stayed on the phone pretty much most of the time. And then while I was at work, I asked for a relief. Got a relief. Got in my truck from Memphis and made my way to Nashville. Come home. You. I miss you. Just come home.
anything else that you two want to add? Or
I
stayed on the phone pretty much most of the time. And then while I was at work, I asked for a relief. Got a relief. Got in my truck from Memphis and made my way to Nashville.
Got in my truck from Memphis and made my way to Nashville.
Father, the mother, and myself have been extremely cooperative. We have been vetted.
Mally Cat, 1 month. Thank you, my dear. In my opinion, Christopher Biscuits has always been a fibber. Yes. Yes. He burns the phone line. Something's not right, for sure.
We have been checked out. We have been questioned.
Now listen to this. First interview. We have been cleared, all of that. That is not what law enforcement has said. They've never cleared anybody. They have not named a suspect. They have said all options are on the table. Whose name is Michael? Whose name is Michael what? Exactly, Grammy H.
And everything of that nature. And literally,
listen, hold on.
Father, the mother, and
who says the Father and the Mother? The Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. I mean, what? The Father, the Mother, and myself, or have been cleared, and everything of that nature.
Myself have been extremely cooperative. We have been.
Well, TBI says pretty much cooperative in the beginning.
Vetted. We have been checked out. We have been questioned and everything of that nature. And literally have been cleared. There is no.
Literally. Then why wouldn't you do a lie detector test for Nancy Grace? Why? It's the strangest wording ever. Strange. Very strange. Very, very strange. Doesn't make sense. Where was that? It's attachment, yes. Because the other time he refers to Katie as his wife, he always says, my wife. Very possessive language, yes. It's very detached. Yes. Yep. Separating himself.
Wrongdoing. There is no negative input from the parents or any of the family.
Any of the family. I always thought that was interesting. Or any of the family. This was on day 7. This interview was done. Day 7. People are not looking at them too crazy at this time. Right? This wasn't even a huge case at this time on day 7. The father, the mother, the stepfather, or we have literally been cleared, or any of the family. Hey, hindsight. Keep up the good work. Or any of the family. Remember that.
And it's hard for a lot of folks. I mean, I will be honest and say this out loud. I have a custody case that is currently going on in another state, which has been
on walks and things like that.
Especially office medicine.
I really would like to get a billboard up for Sebastian.
One of the first things that was asked is because he left when it was very dark outside, was if he might have taken a flashlight. And he actually has one that he plays with regularly, and I can't find it.
He left when it was very dark outside. Well, that's an odd statement as well. He left when it was very dark outside. He how about you say he left when it was between the hours of 12 and 6? Or he left sometimes in the night, but he left when it was very dark outside. He was asked about the case, and he said, who's Michael? What? Whose name is Michael? I mean, like, who are you talking about, baby?
So it's likely that he took it.
Okay.
He
loves being around the family. He loves, just being a kid.
He's not very outdoorsy.
Not very outdoorsy, but he's going to leave in the middle of the night. Hates to get his hands dirty, but will go barefooted, right? Really? Yeah, I was wondering if that's who she was speaking about. Daddy Foot.
Everything was pretty normal. He was playing in his room.
I think Mrs. Bowerfoot has like a foot fetish or something. You got the foots and the socks and tooth.
When I told him to go to bed, he did. He said, "Good night, Mom. I love you." Say goodnight to his puppies. A little bit later, I wound up going to bed, and when I woke him up for school, he wasn't there.
So, in your mind, that's usually around what time? When do you normally wake up? Around 6 o'clock?
6.
So, were you instantly thinking something's wrong, or were you like, he may just be already in the shower?
I took a second and walked through the house looking for him in case he'd gotten up and was trying to get breakfast or something, because he did that sometimes.
You just walk past the damn kitchen. You literally have to walk through the kitchen. And if he's making breakfast, if he's making cereal, you might not smell it, but if he's making anything else, you could probably smell it making food, even if it came from a microwave, number one. Number two, you got to walk through that. Number three, you're going to hear him and see him when you're walking to the kitchen.
3 minutes in, give or take, I was on the phone with my husband. I said, "I can't find him."
See how she lasts? 3 minute, give or take. That is not normal. It's not normal. When a person laughs like that, that is their way of trying to lighten it up. to make them seem more the situation's lighter. It's not as they're trying to be believed more, but it doesn't really work. Yes, Mary, exactly.
He said, "What do you mean you can't find him?" I said, "He's not in the house."
And so at that point, is that when you call 911 or what's going through your mind?
While we were on the phone, and I was like, is he on the other side of the bed? The normal places he may be in the house, and he wasn't. So I was like, okay, well, hold on a minute. And immediately after that, we called the sheriff's department and made the report.
I ran all over the house, outside, inside. I looked in every closet.
Within minutes, they were here. They responded within minutes, and here we go.
So you said you were on the phone with her, so
Yes,
you were not home?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
I was at work. I'm a tower crane operator, and I was working in Memphis at the St. Jude project. So it's, I have an earpiece in that talks to my phone. I have another earpiece in that does the radios. So when she was talking to me, it was like, what? I was confused.
He was confused. Got an earpiece in this ear. He's got, he's getting directions from this ear. It's 6:03 in the morning. He says he's in a crane, which you can't even get in there till a minimum of 6:30. How long does it take you to walk up that crane? You had already walked up that crane, Mr. Foot? You already walked up that crane? In the woods, CP. They better know, the world knows. Read Teresa's comment. Teresa. Where is Teresa? She said she looked for how many minutes flat, then went out through neighborhood and school.
We're on the phone with her. And so at that point, is that when you call 911 or what's going through your mind?
While we were on the phone, and I was like, is he on the other side of the bed? The normal places he may be in the house, and he wasn't. So I was like, okay, well, hold on a minute. And immediately after that, we called the sheriff's department and made the report.
I ran all over the house, outside, inside. I looked in every closet.
Within minutes, they were here. They responded within minutes, and
yep,
here we go.
Yep. I would have loved to have seen their face whenever Seth walked in. He said the first thing I looked at beside the door was his shoes. Can you imagine? You know your kid, right? You know your kid, right? Since the day they were born, you know everything about your child. Everything, right? Their likes, their dislikes, things that they would do, things that they would never do. And then you're petrified. So you're leaving, you get, to your car, you look at your phone. Okay, TJ. And you get to the house and you open the front door and your kids' pairs of shoes are right there at the door. Yes, Mohawk. probably can't even process it.
They called the bed.
Something's wrong, or were you so?
He said, "Good night, Mom. I love you."
I can't find it.
Listen to that accent there. That's her. I can't find it.
So it plays. He might have taken a flashlight, and he actually has one that he plays with regularly, and I can't find it.
I can't find it.
So it's likely that he took it.
Okay.
Likely.
He likes to.
Find it.
He loves being around the family. He loves, just being a kid.
He's not very outdoorsy.
Everything was pretty normal. He was playing in his room.
Pretty normal. There's with the pretty again. Pretty normal. Lydia loves the Jags. Thank you, my dear. Welcome to the teacup. Appreciate you, my dear. Welcome to the tea party, Lydia. Y'all, please welcome our new teacup. Hello. Goodbye. Hello. Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much, my friend. Really do appreciate you. When Seth came in the home, he also would have taken his shoes off and seen them. Yes. Mm-hmm.
When I told him to go to bed.
Pickle me Elmo. Too much. Thank you, my dear. I'm gonna pickle me Elmo. I was watching a documentary last night about a unaliver from, I think it was the 1700s, and he was hung for pushing people off like these bridges or something like that. And the doctors back then, the shape of the people's skull is how they determine people's behavior and stuff. Anyway, they hung the guy and they preserved his head. And you've got Pickle Me Elmo in a jar right there. That's why I thought of that. It's a very interesting little mini documentary, and his head is in perfect shape as the day he was put in that jar from the 1700s. It's amazing.
He did. He said, "Good night, Mom. I love you." Said good night to his puppies. A little bit later, I wound up going to bed, and when I woke him up for school, he wasn't there.
So, in your mind, that's usually around what time? When do you normally wake up? Around 6 o'clock?
6.
So, were you instantly thinking something's wrong, or were you like, he may just be already in the shower?
I took a second. I took a second and walked through the house looking for him in case he'd gotten up and was trying to get breakfast or something, because he did that sometimes. About 3 minutes in, give or take, I was on the phone with my husband. I said, "I can't find him." He said, "What do you mean you can't find him?" I said, "He's not in the house."
And so at that point, is that when you call 911, or what's going through your mind?
While we were on the phone, and I was like, is he on the other side of the bed? The normal places he may be in the house, and he wasn't. So I was like, okay, well, hold on a minute. And immediately after that, we called the sheriff's department and made the report.
I ran all over the house, outside, inside. I looked in every closet.
Within minutes, they were here. They responded within minutes, and here we go.
So you said you were on the phone with her, so yes, you were not home?
No, ma'am. Okay. I was at work. I'm a tower crane operator, and I was working in Memphis at the St. Jude project. So it's, I have an earpiece in that talks to my phone. I have another earpiece in that does the radios. So when she was talking to me, it was like, what? I was confused. We talked about where he could possibly be, and then we went from there, and led to calling the cops, and here we are now.
And within minutes, they're there at the home.
Yes, ma'am.
It was rapid fire. They had cars.
They
They had
lied
cars from here down to
the main
road, as far as I could tell.
So what's going through both of your minds? I mean, are we panicking? Is it this, oh, I think he's probably at a neighbor's house, or what are you thinking?
My son doesn't run. He's not a runner. He's never run away before. I don't know why. I don't know why he walked out that door.
Better one. There was a dispatcher. The call got released from the dispatchers to the deputies and the responding units. In that release of information, you can clearly hear the dispatcher and the cops all say, the dog's got to stay in his home. Okay. So, I mean, for people to say, no, now you're
yeah, and that's what
deputies said that shit in the dispatcher.
Track back up, going into the construction side over here, back towards the beach. That's going behind you. It's awful muddy. Do you see any footprints, anything? You shouldn't have any shoes on. Negative, this is all dry, hard packed. I do have some footprints over here. Right there where you're standing? Yeah, leading right over here to the retaining pond. No shoes, just footprints. My shoes, that Max went straight into the pond. Max led me straight to the retaining pond. Over behind Willow Boulevard, he dove right into the water. Have you seen any footprints around it? There was a few footprints in some of the softer dirt, headed straight this way on the track that he was running. Truck 47, what kind of shoes does he wear? Size 10.
And then, like I said, they tracked. So, our subdivision, if you're in that subdivision, directly, the next subdivision over the left is our subdivision.
Okay.
It's called Victoria Place.
Okay.
The step that they got, as soon as you turn in our subdivision, you're on Keller. Driving all the way up to the very top of the hill at a four-way, you'll see that to the right, they're cutting in a new road that will link
all this together.
You know what's interesting? Chris gives the exact path that that vehicle made the night of 3 a.m. It is Lisa. Hey, Rocco, I'm surprised she said he's not a runner. You would expect her to say he did this before to push a narrative. See, I don't think she, in my opinion, can really lie about things that Seth will be like, no, he's not. Why are you saying that? But I don't know.
And do you know how much they actually drained?
They drained the whole thing.
It's okay.
So initially, when they went over to look at it,
You're okay, honey.
only
Get some rest, darling.
from the picture that you showed me, there's a lot of new runoff. I'm 5'9", and it was knee deep.
Okay.
So and they even drained it and still walked it.
Okay. So they actually.
I'm 5'9" and it was knee deep. Were you in it?
Walked it. I didn't know that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And that's actually information that was told to me by law enforcement.
Yeah. So they actually.
Because I went on me and law enforcement, they put me in the vehicle, right? Drove me around and showed me a bunch of stuff. I'm the only one that they got.
Okay.
So I can actually give you a little bit more information than what everybody's out there running their mouth.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to. So to work backwards from the pond, okay, if you were to walk from the pond, go straight up into the construction site, you'll see where they cut the road and it turns left. If you walk that all the way back.
I would like to know that too, Georgia Patriot woman. Another thing, is there a pair of shoes or boots in particular that he no longer has not been seen wearing?
Run to our subdivision. Okay. If you go down Kelly, all the way down to Stafford, and walk down towards Stafford toward our house. From our house, if you're looking at my house, I'm gonna tell you where the dogs then went. They started on the front porch. Okay. Because off the front porch, the dogs cut to the right. They go all the way down the side of the house along the fence. So they went to the back side. Or the back right to the north. If you're looking at my house, okay, it's going to be the right hand side. The dog goes all the way down the fence. The dog goes all the way back up into the yard, and then it cuts diagonally to the house next door to us through their backyard.
They're looking at the wrong spot here. This person.
Which the dogs take off. Now after that,
this is the wrong spot.
That's where they get over to the main road, go up Kellen, and head over to the other subdivision. Okay. There was a.
Listen, I'm 5'9", 5'10", and I wear 11 and a half or 12 in some cases, and I look like a clown. So if he wears a 14, he looks like Bozo.
Belgian Malinois, a blue healer, 2 bloodhounds, and a blue tooth. In the 8 days of the experience in searching, in the 8 days, on day 1, the 5 dogs did that. Out of the 8 days, 3 different dogs from 3 different groups went to that same area in that same set. On day 1, 2 of those dogs did the same path. And I'm pretty sure that was the bloodhound and the blue tooth. It was probably a better dog. Yeah, those 2 were probably the better ones. Now, the guy, I can't remember this guy. I called him Michael, but I think they call him Michel. Okay. French.
You're what the French call les incompetents.
Les incompetents.
He's out of North Carolina, I believe, and he trained. He brought his dogs out, and one of his dogs did the same thing. From what I was told, that's why I was like, well, there we go, folks. That's why out of all the dogs, there was at least 3 consistent hits that we got. Right. Happened. And there was a couple dogs, like one dog went over to long.
He's been overcompensating for 40 years, my monkey. I mean, he literally has been overcompensating for 40 years. It's been 80 years.
Oh, fight. And got there and he lost. All different directions.
If he there's no way in hell he wears a 14.
Yeah, that guy sent you.
You know what? Where's that photo of him with Katie and the umbrella? Hold on, let me find it.
Info Ken Wagner. Okay. He's the EMA director from the town. He was the one, I guess, they were doing. He was responsible for the ground searches, the waterways, the caves, and everything. Reach out to him as far as like the water. What's been covered? Yeah.
If he wears a 14, then Clue wears an 11 in women's. I mean, I probably wear a 14 in high heels. Maybe that's what he means, a 14 in high heels. Yeah, my son works at 11 and the same height as you. Where's an 11? Son works at 11. Where's a 12? How tall is he, Carol? Where's his bra? Under his shirt. That's where bras go. Or you throw him on the sofa when you get home. My son is the same height as you, and he wears an 11 shoe. I wear an 11 and a half, sometimes a 12. And it's hard to find shoes that I like. If he wears a 14, she wears a 12 in women's. You wear a 6.5. You're so cute, Lisa. Lolo, you're tall for a woman. 11 and a half women in shoes. The day I have to admit a man is... Oh, no, Bobby. It's not true. He lost 100 pounds in 2 weeks. Some people say this is not... I mean, his face looks heavy, in my opinion, but I don't know. Let's see here. Les incompetents. We're all shrinking as we get older. It's the beard or the goatee. I recommend keeping it. Don't tell my heart, my achy, breaky heart. Just don't think it understands. Why do I think of Billy Ray Cyrus when I see him?
Show you things I don't know, but I'm going to tell him that he will give me the best physical surgery that takes place. He's the one that's in charge of it.
Be sure to
right around midnight, just before midnight or right around midnight.
Mhm.
So then mom does go to bed and wakes up early in the morning to go wake her son up, get him ready for school. And now we have a worried mom who can't find her son in the house. Mom made an effort.
Play us the song, You're the Mullet Man.
To look and search several times. Mom has called me at the time and asked me, she was like, I can't find him. I was like, do what? And she goes, yeah, I cannot find him. I said, well, hang on.
I don't believe that ever happened either. I can't find him. I said, do what? Yep. I can't find him.
I made the phone call and reported it to the sheriff's department because
he says the sheriff's department. He does not say 911 there. Justin, if ground around the pipe. Why not? It was so muddy. It was so muddy. I mean, there was no grass right through there, right? Because they were bulldozing everything. And it's February. You're going to get so much mud on your shoes. Absolutely. So they are saying that my mom got up to go to bed. She didn't check on him to see if he was asleep. Yes. Yes. She didn't get even when she heard the thud, she didn't check on him. This is a 15-year-old autistic child that has had seizures in the past with the chromosome deletion and autistic. Look at the beard on him in the photo. Oops, he was clean shaved in court. Oh, that's so awesome. That makes it all worth it, busy mama. You make my lunch so much fun. Yay. Thank you, Glenda.
That's what we're supposed to do. And within 10 minutes, the sheriffs were dispatched to the location.
Not
cameras in the area. And I did see, Kim, that they were asking for people that had any Ring doorbell footage or any businesses that had camera footage. Talk to us about that, Chris. We did speak about that briefly earlier about the people getting all the footage, but they haven't found anything.
Our entire neighborhood and surrounding neighborhoods have voluntarily and with generosity given up any video footage that they've got. I mean, they have let the departments come in and view and monitor. So as far as cameras, everybody has turned over everything. There's thousands of hours of stuff that they are combing through to try to find an answer.
It looks like
he's a fish in the water. I'm gonna tell you right now that
all right.
If
look at this. Does this, which I'll tell you who has really good footage of this, is Mr. E's Crimecast. This is mud. All mud. All mud. Mud. That's all it is a bunch of mud. Just a bunch of mud. Sludge. When did he post it? Let me check. I've got it pulled up. Let me see here. Did Nick say something? Okay. All right. Nick just posted something 30 minutes ago. Today marks 30th debriefing regarding the disappearance of Sebastian Rogers. And for once in my life, I am witnessing this marvelous teamwork and unity plow through the mud, cockroaches, and skunks. The team is making headway, and I'm honored, proud, and humbled to be a part of it. You could threaten me all you want. It's been done before, and it'll be done again. But with me will go the house of cards. Oh, damn. We will hashtag Sebastian Rogers, hashtag Team Sebastian, hashtag Sebastian Strong. We will find you. I am seeking information regarding the whereabouts of Sebastian Rogers, aged 16. He's not 16. I think he's got, oh, that's September 2nd. I mean, time to change that. There we go. It says the House of Cards. Damn. Who's that, Daniela?
But here's the distinction. He is not a child that likes to get dirty. He can't stand his hands dirty. He can't stand bugs. He is fearful of flies and things. So if
he's fearful. Fear, not doesn't like them. Fearful. Fearful. You just saw the mud. Yeah.
swims, he is a pool kid. He's not I'm a river and a stream kind of kid. He is swimming pool bound. data for all the caves, underground voids, all of that stuff that could be accessible. They've brought in teams from all over the state that specialize in either cave explorations, water recovery rescues. We don't know that they have drained a pond. I can say that much, but they have they've walked. I couldn't tell you how many miles of creeks and waterways, and they've used cameras.
That's when you took the picture of him, correct?
Yes, my wife was at Costco on Saturday.
Yeah,
the
not
shirt
Sunday.
that's in the flyer where it says Optimism was on a Saturday. They were at
Good.
BJ's on Sunday.
Okay, and what
and
is
when it
that?
comes
Is that a
to
restaurant or?
No, they are all wholesale, like a commissary style stores where they sell in bulk.
You stop growing, I think at age 20. Hold on. When do men stop growing? Around 18, but may continue to grow into their early 20s. I have a cousin who he was tall, but after he was like 19 or 20, he grew even further. But kids are bigger nowadays. Like, other than, like, I'm like the shortest one in my house. So, and I'm 5'9". Everyone else is very tall.
Oh, okay. So Costco
so-
Saturday, BJ's on Sunday.
Yes,
He loves to eat all the samples, and BJ's is new, so I took him.
You're a good mom. Looks like Missing in USA says, why are they wanting camera footage from Sunday afternoon?
Listen,
that we cannot release.
That they can't release. Any date from the 5th to the 25th. Go back where, girls, mom? Where, baby? Like, go back a little bit. What was she about to say? Oh, let me listen.
Right now,
yeah, not
the shirt
Sunday.
that's in the flyer. Tell you how many miles of creeks and waterways, and they've water that's data for all the caves, underground voids, all of that stuff that could be accessible. They've brought in teams from all over the state that specialize in either cave explorations, water recovery rescues. We don't know that they have drained a pond. I can say that much, but they have they've walked. I couldn't tell you how many miles of creeks and waterways, and they've used cameras. They
walked 12,000 miles. Over 12,000 miles. Over 12,000 miles in a 5-mile radius. That's how much, Mr. Foot.
That's when you took the picture of him, correct?
Yes, my wife was at Costco on Saturday.
Yeah, not
the shirt
Sunday.
that's in the flyer where it says Optimism was on a Saturday. They were at BJ's on Sunday.
Okay, and what
and when
is
it comes
that? A
to
restaurant or?
No, they are all wholesale, like a commissary style stores where they sell in bulk.
Oh, okay. So Costco
so-
Saturday, BJ's on Sunday.
Yes,
He loves to eat all the samples, and BJ's is new, so I took him.
You're a good mom. Looks like Missing in USA says, why are they wanting camera footage from Sunday afternoon? Because
that we cannot release right now.
Okay,
That is not
I
something that
understand.
has been authorized us to
right,
put out to the public.
And we respect that 100.
Flickery, which one? Which video, baby? SL, yes, there is bruising on his neck from that weekend. Yep, tattooed mama. He won't be 16 till December 7th? I think it is. The one with Nancy Grace and Seth. Okay, we'll play it tonight. Remind me we'll play it tonight, okay?
100%. Ginger Snap says, I was reading that his favorite song is Eye of the Tiger.
He'd been gone since the beginning of February was the last time he was actually home. Christopher was actually home. And yes, he did see Sebastian when he come home.
Okay.
It's, you know, it's just part of it when you work away, you know, you see each other when you can, but he doesn't, it's a lot to travel back and forth all the time. Like that's not a trip that you can make, you know, to and from every day by any means.
Oh, I get that. That's not something you want to do every day. That would take up your whole time.
We don't have one in my state even.
Did he never come home on the weekends, like when you had Sebastian or anything like that?
Well, yeah, that's why he saw him in the beginning of February, but it wasn't every weekend.
Okay.
Because he works on weekends too a lot, so he can't just come home every weekend. But when he can, he does. He comes home and sees him.
Yeah.
They have a pretty good relationship.
What is that bruise from, y'all? Someone needs to ask KK that. Someone needs to ask KK that from that weekend when he's in that optimism shirt.
Did he talk on the phone with
Poor kid.
Sebastian
God,
while
breaks my heart.
he was at work?
He does. Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
He wants to see if you can drop the link again. I think.
Oh, okay. Yes, absolutely. Here we go.
I know they talk regularly.
Okay. Yeah, there we go. All right, there we go.
A lot of people have their
Costco
opinions
is
and stuff.
closed on
Sebastian's
weekends,
got a good
honey.
bond with both dads.
Yeah. I think I'm trying to make sure I drop it again because I want to make sure he sees it. I'm not fancy like everybody else, so I just need to make sure get it down there. That's what I was doing, was watching to see if he was coming. Oh, there he is. Oh, watching over here. Okay, I'm watching over there. Okay, so where do you want to start at, Chris? I was just asking little simple questions, or whatever about your work and stuff. Like, did you talk to Sebastian and stuff like that? But basically, I know it's a 3.5 hour drive. You was at work. Is there a reason that? Okay, so are you working now, or are you just taking off, or anything like that? Like,
Is this to me?
yes, sir.
Okay. So are you asking me that, or is one of your
No, I'm asking you that. I just wondered.
Okay.
Like, if you, I was just wondering, like, if you, like, are you, in fact, I'll turn my chat off for just a minute so I don't get pre.
No, don't turn your chat off. Leave it on. It's fine.
Look at this.
Okay.
Look at this, y'all. God, this is sad. Look at that bruise. God, that makes me want to cry. I don't know. No, Dana. Can you show the live comments from that show? I can't. No. You see under there? Now, how the hell do you get a bruise on your throat? That's not a shadow. That is not a shadow. That one's not. Not a shadow. Not a shadow. You can see it very clearly. Now, this is a shadow, right? But this is not part of the shadow. I mean, the shadow goes over it, but that is a bruise. Yep, looks like a thumb. Yes, I say Sebastian's smile is radiant, not goofy. I get this weird feeling he wants to protect his mom more than take care, in my opinion. God, that makes me sad. Pooh Bear, I love this channel. We love you, honey. Thank you, Holly. Thank you so much, my dear. Thank you, Pooh Bear, for one. And he's still smiling. This was the last picture of him that we know of, at least. Let's see if we can do this. Hold on. One second. Let's try this. I want to try something here. Look at this. You can see it goes out. Let's see. Definitely a bruise. Let me try this 1 second. This part right here. It looks like a thumb. It's very bizarre. The first. I wish I could find the YouTuber CPKP where on where they were asked about children's services, CP said he thought I would be removed from the house, but looks who is here and who isn't. Lori, yes, I've got that. He says in one of them, Sebastian thought he was going to get me kicked out of my house. A natural mark? I think there's a shadow here, but I think this right here, you can tell there's something there. Poor kid. There it is there. It's a bruise. Well, Summer Wells. Yeah, I've got it. Yeah. Let's see here. Let's look at the other pictures of Sebastian. Hold on. Okay, let's look at this. Ain't nothing there. Nothing there. Mm. What else do we get? Poor kid. And then you got that's a bruise, in my opinion, right through there. When I tonight we're going to talk about the thud, because I was looking up cases where either unalivers or witnesses on the stand describe a thud. And I promise you, it's never a good thing. Never a good thing. Check text. Okay. Uh, hey Jude, that's the same photo. I'll tell you. I'll tell you in a second. They put a shirt, like a black shirt, over him. Yes. A thud is something you is something you it's not a good sound. Right. Thank you so much, Cass. Yes, yes. Thank you so much, my friend. Really appreciate you. Bobby, thank you so very much, my friend. Y'all are amazing. Y'all are so good to me. I really appreciate you, sweet Bobby. Love you, my dear. Appreciate you very, very much. Oh my gosh, Holly, y'all, thank y'all. Thank you, my dear. Holly just gifted 10 sweet teacups. So if you received a sweet teacup, make sure you thank our Holly. You're so good to me. I really appreciate your support, Holly. Truly. Thank you, Bobby, as well. Oh, and Cassie, there we go again. Cassie's been going on some hot dates. I know about you, Cassie. I know how you do, honey. Thank you, Cassie. Please go back to the first bruise. Looks like 2 small ones underneath, like fingers. That would be a thud, yes. And we're going to talk about something like that. Whatever if happened to him, if there is foul play, in my opinion, I believe that something is not right here. I think something happened from here up. Just my opinion. Here up. Let's go back to that. 1 second. Which one, Cassie? Like right here? Oh, let me make myself smaller. Like right here and right here. Right here and right here. I wonder. Hey, what day was this taken? I just thought of something. What day was this taken? Holy hell. What day was this taken? If this was Saturday, you know who could have been there. And it could have been just a bad weekend. Sunday night, something happened. Minnie, thank you so much, my dear. Look close at his eyes. He has dark circles and bags. This poor kid was stressed in that home, in my opinion. I know. Makes me want to cry. Does she wear a big thumb ring? I don't know. But what if something happened that weekend and then you know how like people will get into it and then it's over, but the tension is still there, and then they get into it again? Like, so God. I can't, y'all. We gotta find him. I don't know how Seth does it. Okay, guys, I have to go get in the carpool lane. So I love you all. I will be back this evening. I think I'm scheduled for 6 o'clock, but I may be here as early as 5 o'clock and maybe even 4:30. I think I'm scheduled. I'm scheduled for 6, but I could be here as early as 4:30, and I'll most likely be here by 5. I just got to make dinner and stuff. So, all right, guys, love you. I appreciate you all. We can't stop. Can't stop. There were 2 old wells in CP's backyard. Nah, there couldn't be 2 old wells in that backyard. No, because it's brand new property. It's a net new. What did you say to facial surgeon for years? What was the comment before, honey? That just really made me sad. Really sad. Yeah, there's no wells on that property. Mm-mm. Love you too, Grandma. What's going on? What was that comment? Yeah, Shirley. We know he's 15. We know he's 15. We got it. It's okay. He'll be 16 December 7th. It's okay. Got to figure it out. All right. Love you all. Thank you all again for being here. Thank you to the mods, members, people who donated. Thank you for all of you for just your daily support of being in this chat, your kind words. You all are family to me, and I appreciate you so very much. I will see you guys at 4:30, 5 o'clock. It is scheduled for 6, but I'll be here most likely 4:30, 5 o'clock. So just keep your eyes and ears open. Love you all. Bye-bye.